Hello dear student friends, let us continue with the second part of passing package series. So this series is suitable for the students who are slow learners and find difficult to score in the SSLC science examination. So how you can get the minimum passing mark, that is 28 to 32 marks. You can score at least 4 to 5 marks if you can practice these important laws. So let us see one by one the laws. First law is Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that the current through a conductor between 2 points is directly proportional to the voltage across 2 points. V is equal to IR. Then the second one is Joule's law of heating. The amount of heat produced in a current conducting wire is proportional to the square of the amount of current that is flowing through the wire when the electrical resistance of the wire and the time of the current flowing are constant. Or heat is produced in a resistor is, that is H, is directly proportional to the square of current for a given resistance I, directly proportional to resistance for a given current, that is R, and directly proportional to the time for which the current flows through the resistor, that is resistor H is equal to I square RT. Next is a right hand thumb rule. If a current carrying conductor is imagined to be held in right hand such that thumb points in the direction of current, then curled fingers of the hand indicate the direction of the magnetic field. That is, you can see here, if you hold the thumb, then the thumb will show the direction of the current, whereas the fingers will show the direction of the magnetic field. The next is a Fleming's left hand rule, which is applicable to motor. When a current carrying conductor is placed in an external magnetic field, the conductor experiences a force perpendicular to both the field and to the direction of the current flow. So here you can see you have to fold the first 3 fingers of your left hand such that they are perpendicular to one another, that is thumb, forefinger and the middle finger. So here you can see thumb shows the direction of motion, the forefinger indicates magnetic field and the middle finger indicates the direction of the current. Next law is the Fleming's right hand rule, that is applicable for generator. Hold the right hand, forefinger, middle finger and the thumb at right angles to each other. If the forefinger represents the direction of the magnetic field, the thumb points in the direction of the motion or applied force. Then the middle finger points in the direction of the induced current. So you can see the diagram. You have to hold the first 3 fingers of your right hand perpendicular to the one another. Then the thumb indicates the motion or the force, forefinger indicates magnetic field and the middle finger indicates induced current, that is I. Next is the law from the chemistry part. First one is Dobryn's law of triads. So the elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses in a group of 3 elements. The atomic mass of the middle element is the arithmetic mean of the other 2 elements. For example, there are 3 elements like A, B and C, and the mass of A and C are given. Then you can find the mass of B by taking the arithmetic average of A and C. That is, the mass of B is equal to, or you can say mass of B is approximately equal to A plus C divided by 2. Next is Newland's law of octaves. The elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Every 8th element is a periodic function of the first element. Okay, so here he uses the octaves, that is the musical notes. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. So the last sa is same as the first sa. So that is what the last element, that is the property of the eighth element will be similar to the property of the first element. That is the Newland's law of octaves. Then comes very important law, that is Mendeleev's periodic law. The properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic masses. Similarly, modern periodic law is also very important. It is given by Henry Moseley, who designed modern periodic table. The properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic number. So here all the words are same, only the last two words are different. You can see here Mendeleev's M for in Mendeleev and M for masses. So therefore you have to remember that if the Mendeleev's periodic law is asked, then the atomic mass you have to write in the law. If it is modern periodic law, then you have to use atomic number at the end. So remaining the part of the law is same. Next one is law of reflection of the light. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, and the incident ray normal to the mirror at the point of incidence and the reflected ray all lie on the same plane. This same law was there when you are in 8th standard. So next one is the law of refraction of light. So here the first postulate is similar to the second postulate of the above law. The incident ray, refracted ray and the normal to the interface of two transparent media at the point of incidence all lie on the same plane. Whereas the second postulate is the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant for the light of a given color and for the given pair of media. This law is also known as Snell's law. So in the examination you can be asked just for 1 mark, define Snell's law. It is nothing but the second postulate of law of refraction, that is sin I by sin R is equal to constant. If you write only sin I by sin R is equal to constant, then also you are going to get 1 mark. Then the law of conservation of mass. So this is again from the chemistry part. The law of conservation of mass states that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. So then the last law, that is the 13th law, is the 10% law. It was again asked for 1 mark in the previous year examinations if you see the question paper. According to the 10% law, only 10% of the energy entering a particular tropic level of organisms is available for transfer to the next higher tropic level. That means when you pass from one tropic level to another tropic level, that is, if the energy is transferred from grass to the grasshopper, only 10% is transferred. 90% is utilized by the grass for its own activities. When the energy is transferred from grasshopper to the frog, only 10% energy that is trapped by the grasshopper is transferred to the frog, whereas remaining 90% is used by the grasshopper for its own activities. Similarly, when the frog is eaten by a snake, only 10% of the energy that it has taken from the grasshopper is transferred to the snake. Okay, so this continues till it reaches to the last tropic level. So that is what only 10% energy is transferred from one tropic level to another tropic level or successive tropic level. This is the 10% law. So 2 more laws are remaining, that is for you to practice, that is first law of inheritance and the second law of inheritance. That is the law of purity of gametes or law of segregation, and the second law of inheritance given by Mendel is the law of independent assortment. So those 2 laws you have to add to this. Thank you.